Hello, once again, welcome to NCRT's live phone-in program, and we were facing a technical issue where we were discussing perimeter and area of circle. So let's continue the same session. We are back with our expert, and she was taking that question. So, ma'am.
Yes, the question is, Pragya has half a meter red colored ribbon. See, Pragya has half a meter red colored ribbon for making a boundary of circular card of radius 3.5 centimeter and square card of side 4 centimeter. Will she be left with the ribbon after using it for making its boundary? The question says, will she be left with, that is, she has used the ribbon that she has to make the boundary of the two cards. The two cards are in two different shapes. One is circle and the other one is a square. So the length that is left is actually the length that has been taken up from the half a meter ribbon after it's been used for making its boundary. So the length that we require to make its boundary is the circumference of the circle plus the perimeter of the square. So this expression is, I think, clear to all. So we just take up the value of the radius and the side of the square, put the values here for the calculation. Okay, so that way we get the value as 38 centimeter. So the length of the ribbon left, so the 38 centimeter that we have is the length that has been used to make the boundary. So therefore, what is the length left? It is from half a meter. Half a meter कितना होता है? Half a meter is 50 centimeter. आप 50 centimeter से आप 38 centimeter हटा दीजिए because that has been taken out. वो use कर चुके हैं हम. So what is left is 12 centimeter. So this is the length of the ribbon that is left for with her. Okay? So is that clear? So this is a question which is related to the perimeter of the square as well as circle. Shall we move on to the next question?
Absolutely.
Now the next question. The next question says that a circular flower bed of radius 2 meter is inside a rectangular lawn of 5 meter by 10 meter. 5 meter by 10 meter means the width of this rectangular lawn is 5 meter and the length is 10 meter. Find the area excluding the flower bed. Excluding the flower bed. There is a circular flower bed. This is the flower bed that is there in the lawn. So what is the area that is left out? Suppose the children want to play. What's the area that is left out for the children to play? It is nothing but the area of the rectangle. GHIJ. GHIJ is this rectangle. From that, you remove the area of the circle. So we have the area of the rectangle, length multiplied by breadth, that is 10 multiplied by 5, minus the area of the circle, that is pi r square. Just now I gave you the formula for the area of the circle. It's pi r square. So with the value now, the value of pi, it's not mentioned, but I have used the value of pi as 3.14. Maybe it's mentioned here, which is not written here, but it's mentioned that the value of pi should be taken as 3.514. So I've used it as 3.14. So with this calculation, we are left with 37.44 square meters. It's not a centimeter, it should be meter. I made a mistake here, it's not centimeter because the dimensions of the park and the flower bed is in meters. So therefore, the region that is left out will also be in the same unit. So it is 37.44 square meters. So that's the area that has been left out. Now coming to this question, find the area of the shaded region. Now what are the shaded regions? There are two shaded regions we see. One is a semicircular pink region and the other one is semicircular green region. So what are the two? They are two semicircular regions. So semicircular region means half the circle. Therefore the area of the circle, half will be the area of the semicircle. So the first part is semicircle with AB as the diameter. This is AB, the diameter. So what is the information that we have? I have not mentioned any dimensions in it. Why I have not mentioned? Because I would like you all to read it from the figure. There is information that we have in the figure. There are squares in this figure which will let us know the dimension or the radius of this semicircle. How many squares? The squares are of unit length. So if suppose you have it up 1 centimeter, how many squares do you see along AB? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So therefore, what is the 7? The length of AB. That is the diameter of the circle. Therefore, what will the radius be? Radius will be, the radius of the circle will be half of it, 7 upon 2. Likewise, BC, the diameter of the other circle, BC, the length is 3. There are 3 squares in it. So, there 3 on 2 is the radius of the other circle, semicircle. Therefore, what will the areas of the two semicircles be together? It is half of the areas of the circles. So, the area of the first circle, pi, 7 on 2 whole square. 7 on 2 is its radius because 7 happens to be its diameter. Pi 3 on 2 because 3 is the diameter of the semicircle BC. Now, in this calculation, again, you have to focus on the calculation part also. Applying the formula is one thing that you need to know. The second thing is learn to take up the factorization or simplification by using the algebraic expression that you have studied. So, if you make use of it, there are chances that you make less mistakes. So, what is that simplification that you see? We have pi common that has been taken out. It becomes pi on 2. Now, what is left inside is 7 on 2 square, that is 49 on 4. Then it is 9 on 4. The together, add them together, what you have is 58 on 8 pi. Now, here I have left the answer in terms of pi. It's not mentioned, that's okay. But you also can do this because, see, the value of pi, that pi, do you remember, this is a irrational number, but for the calculation purpose, we take its approximate value. The approximate value that we can have is, one is 22 on 7, the other one is 3.12. Now, both these numbers will not help us to simplify this expression. So, you can always leave the answer in this form. So, it is 29 on 4 pi square centimeters. Okay. Now, the next part of this is perimeter of the colored region. What is the perimeter? That is boundary of this colored region. So, what will the boundary be? Iska boundary kya hoga? It's this semicircular arc, isn't it? Along with the diameter for this bigger semicircular region. Likewise, ये छोटा semicircle के लिए भी the diameter BC and the semicircular arc. So, the two together is the boundary of the bigger circle, semicircle. Thus, two together is the boundary of the smaller semicircle. So, that is what I mentioned. RKB, RKB means it's a semicircular region. ये region को बोलते हैं RKB. Okay? And the length of that RKB is half the perimeter of the circle, that is pi r. R is 7 upon 2 plus 7. And this is pi. The BC's length is, the radius of the circle is, semicircle is 3 on 2 plus BC, the length of BC, that is 3. Now here we find that we have two like quantities, that is pi, pi. So they are added and that gives us 5 pi. 7 and 3 gets added up, it is 10. So again I am leaving the answer in terms of pi because the pi that we'll use will not get simplified with pi. So we'll leave the answer in that form. We move on to the next question. Find the area and the perimeter of uncolored region in that semicircular region AB, is semicircle AC. This is a semicircle that we have AC. This is a bigger semicircle. Now in this you find there are two semicircular regions. It is quite similar to the previous question, but there is a difference here. The question asked is a little different. The previous question you were asked to find the region, this colored region's area. Now here there is a slight change in the question. That is, a semicircle, bigger semicircle has two semicircles inserted in it. So you find that there are two colored regions and then one non-colored. It's a plain region that we have. So the question says you have to find the area of this uncolored region. जो region बचा है इसका area निकाल. So how do we take up? इसका simple, बहुत ही simple expression है. From the bigger semicircle, सबसे बड़ा वाला semicircle से you remove the two smaller semicircles area. ये छोटे छोटे दोनों semicircular के area को हटा देंगे. So what is left? Isn't it the area of the uncolored, this region, this part? Yes. So what is it? Area of semicircle AC, that is ये बड़ा वाला semicircle. अच्छा, अब बड़ा वाला semicircle again AC is 8 centimeter. That means The bigger semicircle has diameter 8 centimeter. ये AC 8 centimeter मतलब इसका diameter है 8 centimeter. So what will its radius be? 4. So again, each of these regions are semicircle. सारे region semicircle होने के कारण इसके area half रहेगा circle का. So all will have a half quantity common. तो half को मैंने बाहर ही निकाल दिया है. And this is the area of the bigger semicircle with radius 4 centimeter. So this will be pi 4 square minus the smaller semicircles. The pink color, this one has 5 as the diameter, so radius हो जाएगा 5 on 2. Likewise, the smaller greenish color has 3 as the diameter, so 3 on 2 will be its radius. So this together, again we find pi, the simplification part, उसको भी ध्यान से देखो बेटा. This is pi on 2 common. So what is left is 4 ka square, that is 16, minus this will come out to be 25 minus and 9. This is 25, this is a plus here. This will be plus there. It's 25 minus 9, both have the same denominator upon 4. So 25 minus 4 comes out to be, this is 16. We have 16 upon 4 is 4. So this is 16 minus 4, that is 12. 12 is divided by 2 and the answer comes out to be 65 square centimeter. I suppose this calculation is understood by everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
The next question, the next again, we can always go in for the perimeter also. Perimeter again, we have the perimeter of arc AC, we have the perimeter of arc AB, and we have the perimeter of arc BC. We are just finding the perimeters of the, this is perimeter of the uncolored region, that is perimeter of this part, the bigger semicircle and the smaller semicircles perimeter. Do we require the diameters of any of it? We don't require, because they don't come under this colored, uncolored region. Does it come under that region? It doesn't. ये आता है क्या? ये diameter, this length, AC, AB, they don't come under this. So we have it as only the arc part. This is this length plus this length is the boundary. That's what we are discussing about. तो तीनों सेमी perimeters का semicircle का perimeter को add कर दिया and we get this calculation as 8 pi centimeter.
All right. Ma'am, we don't have much time to take more questions. So let's stop here. Maybe we'll take it up in the next session. Thank you so much, ma'am, and we're really sorry for the inconvenience, and to all the viewers as well, sorry for the inconvenience, and ma'am tried to solve a few questions, and thank you so much also for taking the pains and still watching the session. Thank you to you too, ma'am.
Thank you everyone. Have a great day.
You too, ma'am. Have a great day ahead. To all the students, please take care. We are coming back next with an Urdu class for all the 8th class students. So stay with us. Keep on watching PM eVidya channels. Thank you. Namaste.